Hi guys, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for 22nd July 2021, which is a Thursday. But before we begin, for those of you who are watching me for the first time, I would like to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes, weekly video horoscopes, and monthly sun rising sign video horoscopes. And you can watch all those on my YouTube channel. I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. Now, for today's horoscope, first I'm going to talk about the basic astrology. Then I'm going to give a brief overview of the undercurrent energies, and then I will pick a card for the day. So let's begin with what's happening today. And the first thing happens at about 8 a.m. Pacific time, as you can see on the chart. And the sun has entered the sign of Leo. Now, the sun will spend 30 days in the sign of Leo, and the sun rules the sign of Leo. So it really loves to be there. It's very strong when it's in Leo. However, that being said, the sun in Leo will be opposing Saturn in Aquarius, that energy, because Aquarius is the opposite sign of Leo, right? And look at where Saturn is in Aquarius. And as the moon goes through the sign of Leo, it will be opposing the energy of Saturn. Now, Saturn is a planet of hard work, decisions, discipline, and it can even bring with it delays and disappointments, right? And Saturn wants us to put things in order, right? That's the main goal. And the sun is our identity, it's our consciousness, it is who we are becoming as well. And this transit of the sun through the sign of Leo with the Saturn opposition will always be asking us, hey, whoever you're becoming, is that for the long run? Are you putting in enough work? Get it in order, get your identity in order. The sun, our identity, our consciousness, who we are becoming. So that's going to be the vibe as the sun moves through the sign of Leo. Of course, the sun in Leo is also about following our heart, having fun, doing things that we love to do. But at the same time, we will have to find that balance with Saturn in the opposing sign asking us to work hard. We will need to work hard towards the things that we love to do. So that balance will be found in the next month or so as the sun moves through the sign of Leo. So that's the first thing. And this is definitely a shift in energy. It's a more extroverted energy than the sun in Cancer. It's an energy of I will do what my heart wants. So that's the vibe. And soon after this, at about noon, we have the moon in Capricorn square Chiron retrograde in Aries, 90-degree angle. Now, 90-degree angles typically represent friction. They represent overcoming certain obstacles, making changes, adjustments. And in this case, we have the moon and Chiron retrograde making this aspect. The moon is our emotions. It's our inner heart and soul. And the moon, when the moon is in Capricorn, we are focused on working. We're focused on working hard and building for the long term. And Chiron is our deepest wound, right? It's also how we heal. And the healing that comes with Chiron is bittersweet. That's what Chiron is. So when they square like this can be a point where we feel slightly wounded, connected to something from the recent past, very recent, because Chiron is retrograde, which brings up the past, and the moon is our emotions. This could be a feeling of feeling slightly wounded and making a certain adjustment to feel like we have healed again. So this moment here at about noon can feel a little stressful, and I won't even use the word stressful. I would use the word feeling hurt. It can feel like that. But Chiron, by making us feel a little hurt, it does heal us. So there is healing in this, but it may not feel like it. So that's the energy. And it can very well be connected to something we're working on, because the moon in Capricorn is all about accomplishments, work, getting things done. So this moment we could feel a little off about something connected to our work. But that feeling also, in a very bittersweet way, has a healing effect. And the next aspect the moon is going to make is a positive one, and this happens at 3 p.m. in the afternoon Pacific time. The moon here is going to trine Uranus, 120-degree angle, a very positive moment. And trines usually facilitate things. They make things easy. Things just happen naturally with trines. And in this case, this can be a sudden change to our emotions, or a sudden change to the projects we are working on, or the goals that we are building for the long run. There could be a sudden, unexpected change in that. And this is positive. It happens quite naturally. Unexpected, yes, but it is positive because they are in a trine, 120-degree angle. And since both these planets, the moon is in Capricorn and Uranus is in Taurus, both earth signs, this could very well be connected to a material reality, meaning it can be very tangible. Oftentimes changes, all that is subtle, it's subconscious, it's happening internally. But this seems like it can be in something in our material reality. But that being said, earth signs are also, Taurus does rule self-respect, it does rule values. So it can be a change in those areas as well, which is not very tangible, but it is still happening. So I just wanted to mention that. And now the next thing I will mention is that Saturn here has hit 10 degrees, right? It's retrograding, but it's hit 10 degrees in its retrograde process. And here now, it has been trining the North Node for months now, okay? The orb keeps changing, but it has been in a trine to the North Node. And this energy is about being supported by Saturn for our goals, right? Saturn is a builder. It builds things. It helps us work hard. It makes us disciplined. And with the trine to the North Node is our goals. It's where we are headed. With the trine to the North Node, Saturn is supporting, saying, hey, whatever goals you have, they're for the long run. I'm going to help you build those goals. I'll help you work hard so that you can build those goals. And that energy is getting more and more intense because Saturn is retrograding and the orb is getting closer and closer. So that's another thing. And the next important thing happens technically tomorrow, but I'll speak about it in today's video because tomorrow's video is going to be a full moon video, right? So let's see that. All right, we have the moon here at 20 degrees of Capricorn opposed Mercury. Now this is a point where we will need to integrate two elements. The moon on one hand and Mercury on the other hand. The moon is our emotions and Mercury, very simply put, it is our mind, it's our mental energy, it's communication. Mercury is also our health, our job, our day-to-day routine, right? So this could be a moment where we need to integrate our emotions with perhaps our mind, or our emotions with our routine. Perhaps you're not liking our routine. We don't like it. We don't feel good about it. We may need to integrate that, or something connected to our health. Or even something as simple as a dietary change is connected to Mercury because Mercury rules the diet and nutrition as well. So something we will need to adjust so that we can feel good, the moon, about Mercury things, which are our mind, communication, mental energy, diet, day-to-day routine, habits, etc. And that's 1 a.m. Pacific time, July 23rd. And that's all I'm going to say for today. We are building up to a full moon, which happens tomorrow. It's a full moon in Aquarius, which is very, very intense. I'll break down the energy properly in tomorrow's chart. But we are building up to that. You might be feeling the intensity. So I will mention that full moon energy is very intense. And it is intense because the sun, our consciousness, our identity, our individuality is in opposition to the moon, our emotions. So this can bring up a lot of intensity, right? And just thought I'd put it out there. And now I will give a brief background on the underlying energies that we deal with on a daily basis. These may not change day to day, but they're present day to day. So it's important we discuss them. And the first is the Saturn-Uranus square of 2021. We're seeing this energy after 21 years, right? So a long time. And this energy is asking us to get rid of the old. Get rid of the old that does not serve us anymore and embrace the new. It's also about getting rid of the idea of who you think you should be and embracing who you actually are. So we'll feel this energy all of 2021. The square is going to come exact 3 times. It's already come exact twice, once in Feb, once in June, and now in December it will come exact again. So the whole year is about making this change, the battle between the old and the new, and embracing our unique self. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a new cycle that started in December of 2020 when Saturn and Jupiter met up. Now this happened after 20 years, okay, and this happens almost once in 20 years that we begin a new 20-year cycle. So we started a new 20-year cycle in December of 2020, and for the next 2 years at least we will be building that foundation for the next 20 years. And the third thing I will still mention is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, because it was very, very important. Saturn, Pluto, these planets meet up once in 33 to 38 years, so a long time. And they met up in Jan of 2020 after 1982, 38 years. And they closed out a cycle and began a new cycle, a cycle that has changed our material reality in a very powerful way. And I think we will still be building this cycle for at least 2 more years. And this cycle will stay with us till 2053. So a lot of building happening, right? A lot of change for the next 2 years. And now I will pick a card for today's energy and then we'll close the reading up. Okay. Go with the top card. It says Unfinished Symphony. I think this card is reminding us, this is how I view it, that this card is reminding us that whatever we are building is not over, right? We're nowhere near the ending. So keep going. Certain things are unfinished and we must continue to work on them. I will pick one more card for today. It's always better when they fall out. So let's hope something falls out. Okay, something's falling out, a leg up, and I think this is a card that is telling us that perhaps the universe in some way today will give us a leg up. It will help us out in some way. And whether this is the moon's trine to Uranus or the Saturn's trine to the North Node, which it has been doing for the past few months, either way, in some way, shape or form, we are going to be helped by the universe. And it is reminding us to continue whatever we are building because it is unfinished. And that's all I'm going to say for today. So have a great day, and tomorrow is a full moon. We'll talk all about it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.